Well, welcome to this week's check-in video. Thanks for watching. Just as we start, I want to throw at you a video. I know I did the same thing last week. I threw a video at you, so please don't start anticipating that every week there's going to be a cool video to watch or something. But I want you to take a look at this, and it's a little different flavor of last week, but it's a good video, and it'll draw out the meaning of what we want to be reminded of this week from our passage in 2 Peter chapter 2. Take a look.
This was not in our plan.
It's personally National Geographic.
It's only National Geographic.
Oh, much better than National Geographic.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is. Turn it up.
¿Qué? Le va haciendo no hace nada. Porque el serpiente
On the back, it's not hard. It's tough, but with the snake, what he's dying now, he's giving the belly. And it's a really rough one.
Wow! I have it. Don't move the boat.
Oh!
My God. Don't move the boat.
That's right. Oh, take it down.
Well, I hope you like that video, because to me it just blows me out of the water. You've got this woodpecker. To me, it's just, when you poke the bear, when you annoy the bear, eventually that bear is going to snap, right? And boom, out comes that snake. And not a bear, but it's a snake. But you get the picture, right? And that's kind of not in totality there, but in some kind of way. That's what Peter was sharing from 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 4 to 10, that when you poke the bear long enough, there's going to be consequences. And he talked about how God has judged in the past, and those angels who walked away from the authority of God, how God judged them and cast them out of heaven. And back in the ancient world, when God laid out desires and the people just walked away, ran away from the desires of God, didn't want to follow him, he judged them with the flood and wiped them out. In the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, when there was just filthy deeds, filthy actions, sinful actions, and they did not want to repent, God brought down judgment. God brought down the burning sulfur from the heavens. And it's a reminder that, you've got false teachers coming into your church, Peter's saying, right? Leading you to ways that are hopeless and meaningless, and there's no life in there at all. Don't think for a second that the same God who judged in the past isn't going to judge in the future. And so it's a call to stand firm and come back to the truth of Jesus Christ. It's a tough message. It's convicting words that God judged in the past, and so God could judge and will judge in the future. But in the midst of that message, there's this plea for hope and this word of hope, and that's what I pray that you hold on to. That in the midst of trials, in the midst of temptation, in the midst of judgment, in the midst of just awful things, in the midst of a flood, God rescued those who were faithful and followed him. God rescued Noah and his family. In the midst of burning sulfur and judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah, God rescued Lot and his family, who believed in, followed, and had faith in him. And God can do the same. That was the verse in chapter 2, verse 9. If this is so, if God knows how to judge, but God knows how to rescue, if this is so, then the Lord our God, who we follow, then God knows how to rescue godly men from trials and to hold the unrighteous for judgment. Friends, whatever challenges, whatever things that you're facing right now, as difficult and as impossible as they may seem, know that our God knows how to rescue godly people from trials. And may that knowledge, may that promise push you to prayer and push you to faith and push you to trust and push you to worship and push you to place yourselves under the influence of Jesus Christ in all things, because God can step into our life today, tomorrow, in a month from now, whenever, and rescue us from these trials and temptations. May we cling to the hope that we know and serve and follow a God who is so big that he can walk into our life in the midst of trials and temptations and rescue us, because he's done it in the past and he longs to continue to do it with those who follow him. So are you following him? Are you under the influence of Jesus Christ? Because that, my friends, will draw us close to the God who is able to rescue us from trials and temptations. May that word give us hope, and whatever junk, messiness, awful busyness, whatever we're facing today, cling to the hope that we know in our life from the past and scriptures from long ago, that God longs to rescue godly people from trials. God bless. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.